What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Erasure. And we're returning to Loveboat 2000. As always, thank you to all the folks who've provided Erasure, which is to say Han Solo, Phil, and Seb. And we are up to Catch 22, which I think is the third to last track on the album. So I haven't read the novel, or at least I don't think I've read it in its entirety, but I'm aware this phrase comes from a novel, and it has come to mean a scenario in which there are rules or regulations that essentially contradict each other, where like each one of them independently might be fitting or understandable, but when put together they put you in a scenario in which there is no desirable outcome. So it's not quite the same as saying that you have two bad choices. It's that like one choice is compromised by one rule, but to avoid that you'd have to do something which is compromised by a different rule. So yes, it's a scenario where there is no easy answer and or plan of action, and there are undesirable outcomes apparent, but not necessarily a way around it. So I do wonder, and given Erasure's songwriting, I would not be surprised if this concept is taken into the realm of romance and psycho-emotional difficulties or interpersonal complications, because that feels like it's Erasure's songwriting home territory. So let's give it a listen and see what I can pick up. This is Erasure, the song is Catch 22, and it's from their 2000 album Loveboat.
Does the world deserve us happy?
Sweet tune. So, sonically, first of all, once again, there's aspects of the production that seem trademark Vince Clarke, meaning there's some electronic sounding bleeps and bloops, and right at the end there was almost like this, alien theremin type layer. But yeah, along the way there were some very electrified sounding keyboard lines, as well as one that was like kind of church organ, like electric organ. And then in terms of the percussion and the rhythm, it kind of had a bit of a house feel to it, like sort of house slash pop sound. And though it was not particularly fast, it wasn't like a slower and heavier tune, so just kind of in that middle groove, if you will. And yeah, so lyrically, I mean, I wouldn't imagine, or I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of what Andy writes about is autobiographical on some level, but it sounds like he's speaking to a person who isn't creating catch-22s. He's saying it's not a catch-22, and that, in this person's arms or on their shoulder, he feels the love, and what was it, like, he's going into the deep blue yonder. So, number one, it sounds like a person who's accepting to him, who is loving to him, and who he feels like almost, essentially, he is home with. This may not be any of the meaning at all, but I remember in the booklet for the deluxe edition I have of Chorus, he talks about, I think, his longtime partner, and like by his own description, it sounds like he's saying, there are times where he's been kind of out and about and having experiences with other people, but then this person has been there for him despite all that. And it feels like maybe there's some kind of meaning there that, like, there's no restriction or there's no judgment such that, like, he ends up being in a scenario where it doesn't feel welcoming or home to him, even though he has done things or gone out and been with other people, such that, like, it might, in other circumstances, or if this other person was different, create a scenario in which there's no desirable outcome or there's no way around the problem. So yeah, maybe I'm reading that wrong, but that did occur to me. Nevertheless, it sounds very warm and positive toward this other person, and that the feeling of love is rich and deep and so on. And yeah, I enjoy his vocals, nothing exceptional, but it's more in the smooth and soulful side of Andy's delivery, meaning there have been at least a few other songs where he went down low, but this feels more typical, in the higher range, and just, sort of gracefully following the melody, if you will. So, yeah, a cool tune, definitely one that it doesn't sound like 80s Erasure, doesn't even necessarily sound like 90s Erasure, and on some level, okay, 2000 is not terribly far away from the 90s, but, again, it does seem like in their catalog they managed to evolve while still having characteristics in their songs and albums that are identifiably theirs. So it's like they continue to change even as they still have aspects that are the same. So again, shout out to all the folks who've shared Erasure. Shout out to Dan and others who comment on the Erasure reactions. Do let me know what you think of this one. And I think we have, as I said, 2 more left on the album. Let me just confirm that is the case. Yeah, Moon in the Sky and then Surreal, and then we'll be done with this chapter in the larger Erasure journey. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Peace.